What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday, Pep Talk Thursday. Truck series. I'm in my truck. Bubba's sleeping here in the back. I got up early this morning and decided, you know what? I'm gonna change of scenery. Get a little bit of change of scenery. I'm gonna drive out to California, my least favorite state, and I'm gonna go work out at Gold's Gym in Venice Beach today. Today's bicep day, and what the heck? It's only a 6-hour drive. I can listen to a book on the way, make a couple calls, and
precisely they mean
work
when
out
they use the word
in a different gym. So that's what I did. Up at 5 in the morning, out the door. I'm on my way to California, and 2.5 hours into it, boom, check engine light comes on. Turn off AC, engine overheating. Ah, shit. So I pull off on the freeway, let everything cool down, limp my way to the gas station, check all the fluid levels, see if I'm losing any fluid, if I'm dripping. Oh, shit. Called a buddy of mine that knows more about cars and engines than I do, so he's like, brother, there's no way you're going to get to California. You probably got this, and this going on. Turn around and head it back. So I'm 2.5 hours in. I guess I'm not working out at Gold's Gym. I was really looking forward to putting my feet in the sand and getting some vitamin C. Maybe it's better off, you know. I guess California, I'd be kind of dodging heroin needles and everything on the beach. Whatever. God put a detour, gave me a detour, and I appreciate that. So anyway, got me thinking. I'm always thinking about peptides. This is a pep talk. So what are you doing for preventative maintenance for your body? You know, just a question that kind of ask yourself. I'm about 30 minutes out from the shop. I don't know what the problem is, but last time I got my oil changed, you know, they had about $1,500 worth of preventative maintenance stuff. Nothing urgent, but you might want to do this and this. I put it off, you know, like we do. It's like, okay, $1,500. I'll do it next time. But our body doesn't have a check engine light. You know, it just, you know, we go from healthy to unhealthy like that. You know, go from perfectly fine to pneumonia, perfectly fine to cancer, perfectly fine to this. What are you doing, or how much are you investing, or what are you investing in your own preventative maintenance? So when it comes to peptides, I'm going to tell you, I mean, I sell a lot of peptides. I've got 34 different peptides we sell through my main lab. I've got another 30 something with another lab. Obviously GLPs are the most popular because you lose weight. There's a tangible benefit to it. Brian, I want to lose weight, body fat, body composition. You can see the changes, but there's a lot of peptides that I take now and that have been that there is no tangible benefit. SS31, mitochondria. You really should do that 2 cycles a year, 10 to 20 days. It's not cheap. It's several $100s, and you don't see any tangible benefit. Is it worth doing? Yes. It makes everything else work better. It makes your MOD-C work better. It makes your NAD+ work better. It's an investment in your body that helps everything work better. FOXO4 is another great one. FOXO4, the way that it works, it's kind of like your closet. Think of your cells as your closet. You open it up and you've got all these clothes in there. They're clothes that don't fit, clothes you don't wear, out of style, whatever. But they're just occupying space in your closet. FOXO4 goes in and takes out all those old clothes and just makes everything look better. Not look better, but work better. Just more takes out all the dead cells and declutters. But FOXO4 is a great peptide that most people don't know about. Thymosin alpha, it's an immunity peptide. Why do you need to take an immunity peptide? You don't until you get sick, and you're like, oh shit, now I'm sick and I'm struggling, and maybe it turns into pneumonia. Maybe you wind up in the hospital. I've had a couple friends back in Knoxville in the last couple months were hospitalized. They were just really sick. So when's the best time to take these peptides? Do you wait until you get sick and say, oh shoot, I'm unhealthy? Or do you take them as preventative and maybe you don't get sick? I'm taking, and if you've been part of my school community for a minute, I've shared with you my dad's struggle with dementia. It was so bad, he couldn't figure it out, struggled so much, killed himself. Suicide. I lost my dad to suicide just over a year ago. So I'm taking Dihexa. I'm running Apidolon a couple times a year. I'm taking neurotropic cognitive type peptides.
You get a splurge of propositions
to avoid that scenario down the road. Because Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, those just scare the shit out of me. And if I could do things now to prevent that from happening down the road, I'm going to do that. I'm going to invest some money in doing that. I'm going to do that for the next 10, 20, 30 years, 50 years. Because I don't want to wait until something bad happens. There is no check engine light. It's, you go from healthy to unhealthy, oftentimes without warning. So anyway, this book that I'm listening to, I got to share with you. It's a great book. Jay Campbell, peptide expert. It's called Metabolic Awakening. If you like to read, I listen to audiobooks. I'm about 2.5 hours into this book. It's a great book. It's about GLPs, and it's about the obesity epidemic that we have in our country. And if you've struggled with weight, obesity, and you've been yo-yoing diets for years, and hopefully you found GLPs to be an effective tool. It's a super effective tool, and that's what this book is about, is how it's a tool. It's not a magic bullet. It's not a magic pill. It's a precision tool that if you use in conjunction with the other things, it can be life-changing. But you got to do the other things. I was talking to my aunt just yesterday. She was in our kitchen. She's like, hey, me and my cousin, they're on Retta, and they gained weight over the last 2 weeks. Well, I'm taking Retta, and God, we're gaining weight. Really, really simple. Really simple. I'm having these conversations all the time. That if you're gaining weight on Retta, short term, that's okay. You're just taking in more calories than you're using. Really super simple math. I want everybody to get their minds around this, is that Retta's a tool. It's supposed to help bring down the food noise. Another friend and client of mine the other day, she's like, hey, do you have anything else, to reduce the food noise? I had 2 or 3 conversations this week. Hey, should I do tirzepatide with Retta? Why the heck would you want to do that? Well, the food noise, I'm like, hey, you know what? It's okay to eat. It's okay to eat. Yeah, but Ryan, I've got kids and we've got crap in the house. And I'm weak. That's okay. I'm weak too. What we've done in our house, and I live with my mom right now, is we don't have shitty food in the house anymore, because if we do, we're gonna eat it. I'm especially weak at 1 or 2 in the morning. If I get up, go to the bathroom, and I go to the kitchen, if there's crap in the fridge, I'm weak. I'm gonna eat it. So we don't allow these foods in the house. Mom, can't have sugar. We just have to not buy this and not put it in the house. It doesn't mean that we won't eat a cookie, occasionally, but we don't keep it in the cabinet, and we don't keep it in the fridge. If you're an alcoholic, don't have beer in your fridge. Don't have a bourbon collection just sitting there as a temptation. I had a little cocaine habit for a minute. If I'm in places where there's cocaine around, I'm more likely to do it. I'm weak. I admit it. So, kind of set yourself up. And by the way, if you're a parent, you're not doing your kids any favor by giving them highly processed sugar crap. I know you love your kids and you want to give them whatever they want, but that's what being a parent is that you need to be their parent, not their friend. I'm sorry if I'm lecturing on this topic, but I see it with a lot of my friends is, they think they're doing their kids a favor by letting them eat garbage, and you're not. It's not a coincidence that fat parents have fat kids. It's not hereditary. It's not genetic. There is no genetic fat gene. It's it's your family, your household. It's what you guys consume. And if the parents eat like shit, and the kids eat like shit, and the parents are fat, there's no surprise that the kids are going to be fat. So I hope that's helpful, and I'm not judging, but coming from my heart in a loving place is that I got to be honest with you and shoot straight and have hard conversations with my clients occasionally. I'm like, hey, what I'm going to tell you don't necessarily want to hear, but if you're gaining weight on Retta, it's because you're putting more food in your pie hole than you are exercising. So it's okay to eat. Tell me about your exercise routine in the last 2 weeks. Well, I've done nothing. Okay, I know it. You don't belong to a gym, and you don't have any regular exercise. So, which, by the way, you should. You should. That's one of those things that is you should exercise. But if you're just trying to use Retta or a GLP as a magic bullet, you're missing the mark. Yeah, you can lose some weight. You're in a calorie deficiency. That's going to happen, but it's going to come back when you start eating again. If you're not doing anything lifestyle-wise, I mean, you can't. I said this before. You can't out-peptide a bad lifestyle. If you've got, if you're not active, if you don't have a regular fitness routine, whether it's yoga classes or swimming or walking or jogging or lifting weights or whatever it is. If you don't have a routine, you're sedentary, then it's all calories in, calories out. You're not doing anything to burn those calories, and eventually, when you do eat and you don't burn those calories, you're going to gain weight. So
that would amount to a global systemic.
Really a simple concept. I hope everybody can understand that this is really simple. It's okay to eat on Retta. It's okay to have a little food noise. You take away all the food noise, and then you starve yourself, and then you're at a massive calorie deficit. Then what happens? You start losing your hair. You start having other problems. Hey, we got to eat. So I wanted to say that about Retta. That keeps coming up because pretty much everybody's taking Retta now. And again, it's a great medical intervention, but it's a tool. It's a tool in the toolkit, and you need to you need to maybe have a lifestyle intervention. And if you want to have a conversation with me or with somebody else about making some lifestyle changes that's going to help you win long term, because that's what we want to do. Is hopefully we're not just trying to lose weight for a minute and then go off Retta and you put the weight back on, and you're constantly going up and down, and it's the whole yo-yo thing, and that doesn't work. So anyway, pep talk Thursday. I didn't get a workout at Venice. I'm pulling into the shop here pretty soon. I probably should have done some preventative maintenance, and now I'm paying the consequence. I'm going to find out what that consequence is really soon. I hope I don't overheat by the time I get there. Bubba's up from his nap. We're back in Phoenix. It's almost 2 o'clock, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that was a quick pep talk. Preventative maintenance, running some peptides where you don't necessarily see the tangible benefits, but you're in this for the long term, and this is play the long game. This isn't just about losing weight. And by the way, there's 52 weeks in a year. If you weigh 130 pounds and you lose 2 pounds every single week, you're going to lose 100 pounds. Then what do you expect? You're going to weigh 50 pounds? That's, again, what are your goals? You can't lose weight every single week. Eventually, you just evaporate or just go away. Or you've got the Ozempic face and you've got no muscle and you feel like shit. One more thing before I let you go is I had a friend talk to me the other day about certain peptides he's taking. He's like, Brian, how do I know these peptides are working? I said to him, well, how do you feel? He goes, well, I feel really effing good. Okay, before you started taking these peptides, how did you feel? He's like, well, I felt like shit. Okay, then they're working. Oh, okay. I take TB500, BPC 157. I take these now. I don't have any injuries at the moment. I take them as preventative maintenance to avoid injuries. Okay, so I want you to kind of change the way you think, mindset around some certain peptides. And if you want to have a conversation, call me, text me, we'll schedule a time. Anyway, gotta go. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a better Thursday than me. Check out this book, Metabolic Awakening with Jay Campbell. If you've struggled with obesity, weight loss, yo-yo diets, it's a great book. Put it on Audible, listen to it, whatever. God bless. Have a great Thursday. We'll talk to you soon.